Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. Today is a very special video because, as I said in the previous videos and lives on my channel, I'm doing a Q&A vlog, which is essentially a video where I will be answering your questions about me and my gameplay and some other things. And I do this because of my birthday. I do this every year. I did this a few times on my Polish channel, and this is actually my first time doing this on this channel, on the English channel. So you'll have a chance to learn about me, know me better, and to learn a few things about the game as well, because there will be questions about my personality and about Good Game Empire and about like both at the same time. So there will be plenty to answer. So I hope you're gonna enjoy the video. So let's jump to the first question. That's a good one for starter. Why did I start making videos with Good Game Empire? So the question is, I started, and we can also answer the second question as well there. I started 6 years ago in March 2016, and first at that time it was more like a fun to play. So I was just recording videos, like gameplay videos of me just casually playing the game and showing off what can I do in my castles and so on. So that was the first idea, and then it kind of was evolving to more like a approach to help players and to improve the community, to help you, and to make some kind of guides content as I do now more often. So that kind of evolved to another form, we could say. Yeah, and the second question was how long I've been playing the game. So I started in March 2016, as I said, so that's already 6.5 years. No. So the next one was about my spendings on the game. I usually have no problems with sharing such information with people, but I can't really tell the exact amount as I don't track it so precisely, but it is between 2 and 3,000 US dollars. That's the amount I spent over this 6.5 years period on the game. Alright, now we have a very interesting series of questions. So do I really do this underage? Well, I can't answer you because of some reasons, and the third question is obviously the answer for this. But yeah, it's in Poland you need to be 18, and today is my 18th birthday. You need to be 18 to drink alcohol, of course. Alright, now again we have a question about my spendings in the game, and this is more precisely about the war. I guess the last war, there was a few videos about this war, but I can't really remember, but what I would say was around $200 was the total amount spent on the war, well, during the war, because obviously I used a lot of resources which I had stored on my account from the previous spendings, let's say, on the game. So the amount could be bigger, but the direct amount of the money I put to the game during that time was around 200, I guess. Okay, I really like this next question about what do I like the most in Good Game Empire, and there is an answer about like the community and the social part of the game. So the people you meet, the people you talk to, and the people you spend time with. So especially the alliance and a lot of friends which I play with in the game, which most of them I met in the game when speaking about the people who play with me. In Good Game Empire, just play generally speaking. So that's the best part of the game, I guess, just knowing people and talking to them, and spending time with others in the game, having fun together. Even though the game isn't perfect, but you can just spend the time with people, and that's the best part for sure, in my opinion. Silver button. This is a reward which you get when you have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I guess that with Good Game Empire that could be a little bit difficult to do on my channel, but maybe someday we will reach this. I don't know where this will go in future, so can't say no or yes for now. Now a question, where do I live? Well, maybe some of you already know that the country is Poland, but I guess I can share you a little bit more detailed location. Well, the part of country I would say is Lower Silesia. You can just Google it on the maps or something, but this is like the western south part of the country, basically. Well, about being a Good Game Empire moderator, I was thinking about this for a few years from now, because you need to be 18 to apply. I did this, I applied, I tried my way there, well, I'm not sure if I will have a chance of doing this, but I would basically enjoy having this role in the community, because I guess that like being that huge part, as I could concern me myself, of the Good Game Empire community could be a good reason to be one of the moderators and to help, because I would have a pretty good, I would say, influence in the community. So that would be really a huge, like, you know, huge value for the whole general of the community. I'm so close to my 18th birthday. So where is it exactly? Well, this video is published actually after my birthday. My birthday was exactly on 16th of July, but I published this video later. Okay, there is a question about gge.guide, which is my website, like the English version of Poradnik, you might already know. Well, the website requires translating because Poradnik was updated, so the Polish version is completely, well, it's just completed. So I just have to translate, but this is more than I expected, and it could take me like a few weeks, so you can expect it in August, I guess. Series, top 5 series. Well, I'm that kind of person who doesn't really watch movies, but series has changed this a little bit, because it's more entertaining, I guess, for me compared to movies. So I watched some. And the top 5, well, I watched not long ago. I watched Arcane, so I would say this is the top 1 show. Then it could be The Walking Dead is a very nice show. Also, The Witcher is, maybe it's not the greatest, but I enjoy basically the whole thing about The Witcher, so I also really like it. The other ones would be Breaking Bad, but I just started, but it started really nice, so that looks interesting. And the Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch starring in this series is also a nice one. My hamster is unfortunately not alive, not with us anymore, but the name was Benio. It's just kind of Polish name for a pet, like typical name, but yeah, he passed out like 2 years ago or something like this, maybe 1.5, so it's not there anymore. But you can still see like the cage behind me on the camera in one of like older videos, in some of them. So that was a part of my channel, I guess, for like 2 or 3 years. Maybe you had a chance to see him or hear him. How tall am I and what's my weight? Well, I'm 1.8 meters and my weight is like around 70 kilos, so I'm like pretty, thin kind of body shape, so it's not too much of body mass. And the next question was from the same person about my pets. Right now I only have my cat, Kretka, and I can just show you the picture, I guess, because she's not around there, unfortunately, so I can show you there. But well, just take a look at these beautiful photos. Well, if I would stop playing Good Game Empire, what could be the most possible reason? Well, there is a problem in this question, because I don't have plans to stop recording those videos and to stop playing the game, basically. But if I would have to specify one reason for leaving the game, well, I would say most probably it would be the lack of like amount of active players, and I'm not saying that this occurs right now, but in theory, if I would leave the game and if that would happen, like there would be a very small number of players, because right now it is like kind of satisfactory, I would say, on at least on my server, which is one of the biggest servers in the game. Yeah, but that would be the most possible reason, I guess. Okay, so now here we have some questions, more kind of about my life and my plans. Well, what am I studying? It's not studies, like it's not the studies education level right now, because this is still high school, or like in grades it is, well, now I am on holidays, so it's gonna be 12th grade of high school, so the last year, and later I can go for some college or something. And my plans is attending to like IT and management kind of subject of the studies, so that's my most like wanted plan. That's my mostly, what I want to do for most, but not sure if I can manage to get there, so I have a few safer options as well in my plans. Now we're back into more kind of financial topics, and the question about my channel, like earnings. Well, the channel is pretty small and we have viewers all around the world, so it's not a lot of money, but it's enough to buy, let's say, 2 or 3 small packs per month. In Good Game Empire, that's the amount I can approximately say, because it varies, it depends every month, of course. Am I used to sleeping a lot? Well, I'm used during holidays, but obviously not during like school days, so in total I would say that I'm not used, and I would really like to be, but unfortunately well, I'm not. And it's gonna be pretty hard to change that habit, because I usually get like 6 hours of sleep, which is, well, it is enough, but it's pretty hard to get up that early and after that short amount of sleep. So well, could be better. Can't think of a better question. What is the topic with Paris giving consent? No idea for sure, but the second part of the question about furry or whatever that is, nah, I'm not into that, nor anime or whatever, like this kind of things. I'm kind of tolerant, like I have tolerance for people who do this, so I don't have any problems to them, but I kind of look from under the eye, or whatever you say this. um, I don't enjoy like this kind of things, for sure. It's not my type, and makes me feel pretty bad. Alright, there is another interesting question about my sports capabilities, about push-ups, to be precise. I don't usually do like max stats to try out how much can I do actually, but well, you asked to prove it on the camera. I don't know the number, to be honest, and I'm completely not ready in the middle of this field. Actually, there's a river I can show you, because you might not have idea what is around me. So here we have a river, like there, little waterfall or whatever that is near this bridge there. But if you wanna see push-ups, I guess that's possible, so let's give it a try and see what is actually the max. Damn it, it's not the best place to do it, and well, yeah, also not the best clothing for doing push-ups, but let's give it a try. I didn't try my max, so I guess it might be 20, maybe 30. Let's just see. Let's start from 0. Right, so that was 25. Yeah, maybe you could see me better there. That was 25. Not so exhausting, like it's not max. I guess it could be 30 maybe, in better conditions than some grass and a lot of mosquitoes there, but well, I'd say that the maximum is 30 maybe. That was 25 to just prove it that I could do it. Yeah, but we can continue this thread a little bit. Yeah, not the best cameraman either. Well, let's maybe sit back. Okay, so we can continue the thread about gyms and this kind of stuff. Well, I attend to the gym. I go to the gym like 3 to 4 times a week, so I'm kind of getting more more strength, and doing this basically to have a better body shape. So that allowed me to basically do the push-ups and things, because I usually do like full body. Okay, now we have a question about Witcher, because maybe yeah, like part of you could tell that I like the series basically by my Discord avatar. Well, there is a Witcher, but question about what's the favorite like person in the Witcher series, except the Witcher itself, of course. Well, I'd say you can like kind of type two different characters there. It would be Ciri, of course, because it's a great like storyline basically. and a great game to play, and the series, of course, the very big part of the game. So I really enjoyed that character. And also Jan, well, when you have the choice for Geralt, I guess it's about more like about the game, because I played the game mostly, but I watched the series as well, so same for the series, I guess that Jan is the option to go. So next question we have is more like a technical question about the game. Well, like how, or if possible, how can we track like the appearing and reappearing of the stone forts? Well, it is easy for the islands, because with islands you have a specified amount of time, and then it's gonna appear again in the same place. But with forts, unfortunately, it's not like they appear in the same place after a specified amount of time. They just disappear, and then they appear randomly on the map. How could I forget? Well, I'm kind of speeding the time, because my birthday party with like colleagues is gonna happen in September or August probably. But regarding the like one more answer from Invicta on Discord about the alcohol. So yes, of course you get a lot of drinks on your 18th birthday when you are with friends, because on like family gatherings probably not so much alcohol. But when you have party with your like colleagues, you of course get a lot of alcohol in Poland. So that's a tradition, I guess. You get just a lot. Okay, damn it, that's a good one for you, but hard one for me to answer about my habits. Bad habits, to be precise. Bad habits, well, I could name two of them. I'd say the first one is a bad habit of sleeping, because my like timetable or routine, like just the time when I go to sleep and I wake up, is completely random. Well, I can stay awake for like till 4 a.m. and then wake up 1 p.m. the next day, or I can go to sleep like 11 p.m. and wake up 8 a.m. depends on the day. So that's a pretty bad habit. And also it makes me this habit makes another habit, which is a habit of being late from time to time. It's not so often, but it happens, well, mostly in school, I guess, but in other scenarios as well. So yeah, bad sleeping or irregular sleeping makes me be late in some places. So that's also another bad habit I could name of me. Nah, not at all, bro, not at all, no chance. Alright, I'm getting stormed by mosquitoes there, but I guess I can survive one time per year to record this beautiful video in that place. Well, it's not maybe so beautiful right now, but just have a look. Well, yeah. So we are already after the sunset, I think. Yep, it's already after the sunset, but still a beautiful place by the river. So asking about well, we had all the questions from Discord, so now let's move to questions on YouTube, because I was asking you on YouTube community page or wherever it was. Yep, it was there. So let's see those questions as well and hear the answers. Okay, very interesting question about the game now. Do I think if it is balanced or not? Well, of course, like between free-to-play and spender players, the answer is that it is not balanced. Well, there was some moves to make it more balanced, like the blacksmith before the bad update of the blacksmith, or the temporary items which free-to-play players could get as well from the blacksmith. So there are periods where the gap is shrinking basically. So we are getting closer, like free-to-play are getting closer to spenders. But there are then like after this time there is time to make some money again and to increase this gap basically. So there is huge disproportion about the free-to-play and pay-to-win players. For example, just for instance, the latest update with the Wheel of Affluence with the new equipment and just getting thousands of chests, which you would get 11 of them when playing on Arcmaster without, well, you have to pay rubies anyway for Arcmaster. So for free-to-play, the only way is to get a few of those chests, maybe 10 of those chests from the Master Blacksmith, from the LTP currency. But yeah, for spenders you just get thousands of them, you just need to put some money. So there is a huge gap in my opinion, and the game isn't balanced at all. But it's been like this for a good few years, so well, it's kind of expected now that it won't be changed. Like the game has gone through a transformation, I could call it maybe, that well, for some time there was a chance that it could still stay on a way to be a at least fairly balanced game, so free-to-play players are still have like possibility by spending their time to catch up with spenders, at least in some point, in some part. But for now, I'd say, especially with the latest wheel update, I'd say that the decision was made, the transformation was finished, and now the gap is huge, and they won't well, revert, like undo the changes. They won't take a step back, they will just take steps forward, unfortunately. Just my opinion though. Okay, so next question we have is about basically if you can get a good castle with just buying small packs in the game, so just buying a small packs on Outer Realms or on events or whatever. Well, you can't get to the point of the top players because the spendings on those accounts are in thousands of the currency, but you can get a fairly good castle, like fairly advanced and better than just free-to-play players who don't put any money in the game. But you need to spend this money wisely. Well, you need to, as you stated, invest in Outer Realms. That is a good place to spend a little bucks there. And also, well, events or ruby packs is the worst, I'd say, because it's better to try to get them from towers or whatever is the way for free to play. But things like Outer Realms or maybe a good booster on Nomads where you can get a lot of 3,500 decorations is a good option as well. So you just need to spend this money in a good way, and it can make you a fairly well advanced account in that situation. Okay, here we have something a bit different than usually. Question about the artworks in the game. Well, one of the parts which I mostly appreciate in the game is actually the artworks, because I must say that the job which art designers in Good Game Studios make is incredible, because the graphic design of the game and basically that part of the game is crazy. It's very good. It's really good, and I really like the kind of style and approach they make in the graphic design, because I just really love it. Like, it's very nice, very good looking, and I must say that like everything is fit into the shape of the game, and everything fits very well together. So the game is basically beautiful. But like, it's 2D game, it's browser game, so you can't say that it's beautiful same as 3D games, so it's hard to compare. But as for a browser game, in my opinion, it is very nice game, and the artwork made by their designers is incredible. Also, question about my favorite artwork of a soldier in the game. I would have to think a bit about it, but I'd say one of the mid units, I guess, because they are like the newest, and they look a bit different compared to what you had previously in those barracks. So I'd say, for example, Valkyrie Ranger could be the way to go, and one of the better artworks which I enjoy in the game. How many spins do you need to do for a 9th level of jackpot? Well, just counting the number of spins you need to do is 390. That's the number. But remember that you have 15% chance to get a ticket out of the spin. So adding this to the counter, you get approximately 60 more tickets after spinning 390. So you will get the remaining 60 and extra 60 from the tickets won in the spinning if you buy a 450 pack. So you will have like 120 spins on the 9th level when you buy 450 tickets pack. Okay, here we have a different camera setup, I guess, because it's getting pretty dark, and on the front camera it's hard to see me. So, well, the next question is about my language, and I get plenty of questions actually about my language, because obviously I'm a foreigner, so English is not my native language, and well, my native is Polish, and I started learning English a long time ago. It was like 10 years, I'm 18 now, so it was like 11 years, maybe like when you first start the school, after the kindergarten or whatever. I started studying English there, and I always had like the advanced classes, extra classes, or whatever you call this, so I had better chance to learn the language. And how long did it take me to understand it effortlessly? I'd say that it happened at the age of 15, maybe more like 16, so from 8 years to 16 years, that would be 8 years of learning. and also what is my certificate of English language. Hard to tell because I never took any test in that kind of direction about the language. But if I would like, you know, precisely tell what could it be, I'd say it's between like B2 and C1 in the official kind of the language certificates. But as I said, I never took any test in the language, and I don't know how to like tell this. But on my everyday English lessons, we have C1 books, so I guess that's what I'm learning now. So I can say for sure that I'm B2 at this moment, and C1 is like work in progress, let's call it. So that's it. Right. Part-time job. No, I don't have any. I don't do any jobs except my school, which my school, I could say, is what requires a lot of time from me. So that is the thing which I need to, you know, satisfy with Good Game Empire and take into consideration, because I don't do any jobs. I don't have any job because I'm still at education step, let's say. But I need to spend a lot of time on the education, as it is kind of higher, like one of the best schools in the region, let's say. So it requires a lot of time and effort. So one of the one of the events because of that fact was that my regularity of posting videos, Good Game Empire videos, has dropped down to the point where I sometimes had a like 1 month long break without any video or live stream. But that's just the reason, you know, my education is the reason, and there is a lot still required from me to learn and so on. Now we have a question about retiring. I'm not planning to retire. I really enjoy the game and the community and my role in the whole, I guess. So there are no plans for me for retiring. I might have some longer breaks for, as I said before, when I don't have enough time for this. But in no case I'm planning any retirement. I've got to move on because of the mosquitoes, so we'll have to kind of get moving around. But I can show you like the surroundings, I guess, as well. Yeah, but the last question was about languages, as I said, Polish and English. But about Spanish language, I'm studying for like 4 years, but I know nothing. I can't speak anything in the language, so it's just not for me. I have to study because we have to study 2 languages at the same time. So Spanish was my second choice, but no capabilities there at all. And yeah, that was the last question. So thank you everyone for posting your questions. I hope that you learned something new about me and about the game a bit as well, because as I said, there will be questions about me, my personality, and Good Game Empire, and some like connected with 2 of those. So I guess that's all for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. You can always leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments, or maybe like ask some questions for the next year or whatever. I will of course answer in the comments. So thanks everyone for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. Well, let me not put any bloppers there. Ah, shit. Okay, I guess they are gone, so we can move on. Screw you. Yeah, there's like 20 of them next to me. Great. Okay, then we have a question about... Screw you freaking mosquitoes. Get off me.